Mackey Motors in Lake City is the place to find new and certified used vehicles, along with a knowledgeable and helpful sales staff. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City.
We're talking here today with the Ar-We-Va Boys Sprint Medley team here today. We're going to start off with Jonathan Doze, who led things off. How did you feel like things started for you here today? How did you feel coming out of the blocks?
To be honest, I felt kind of slow coming out, but I just wanted to get the lead for my teammates, so I felt all right.
Warmer day today. That probably made it easier to get stretched out and be kind of loose. How fun is it to run on a day like today?
Oh, definitely really fun. Definitely really fun. A lot funner than a colder day. So.
Now, you mentioned you didn't like how you came out of the blocks. Is blocks usually a problem for you, or was today just different?
Yeah, my reaction time really isn't the best, both with track and with swim. So I just try my best to get out as fast as I can. So.
When did you feel like you kind of got rolling? Was it at the 10 meter, 50 meter, 25 meters? Where did you start to feel good?
Probably the 25 meters or so when I probably got my 100% speed. So.
Take us through that last 50 meters then. What was going through your mind? Where were you sitting in the race? You were looking at Will out in front of you. Kind of, how are you looking at getting ready to do that handoff?
I was just trusting Will to receive the handoff from me. So we had a pretty good warm-up. So. It was pretty good.
You guys pretty comfortable with your guys' handoffs?
Yeah.
What do you think is the strength of it?
Practice, I guess.
You guys practice quite a bit with handoffs? That's
Our
your first one?
So.
Okay. Well, it looks like you guys are pros at it then, right?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I know you got another race coming up, so John, appreciate you joining us.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's move over now to Willard Galler, who's been pretty busy here so far today. He's got a few events in, but we'll stay with the sprint medley. How did you feel like the handoff went, and how did you feel like you started after that?
I mean, me and John's handoff was pretty good for only being our third handoff this year. Yeah. And then, I mean, it's my first time running this year for track, so I felt pretty good coming down to Cooper. Our handoff was a little shaky, but we got it done, but we definitely could improve on that.
You mentioned your first meet this year. You're usually on the golf courses, so how have you stayed in shape to be able to go out and do what you're doing here today?
Just running at home in the pasture, just trying to push myself. It's best to be self-motivated, so, I mean. Yeah.
Take us through that. First 50, did you feel pretty good? How'd you feel that last 50?
Yeah, I felt good the whole way. I don't know, just being on the track first time out, it just felt really good the whole way.
Did you miss it?
Yeah, I did miss it. It's fun to be back, but I also like golf, so.
You're pretty good at both,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I know you guys got another race coming up, so I appreciate you joining us.
Thanks.
Let's move over now to Cooper Kock, who, by the way, just won the high jump here as well, so congrats on that. But let's stay with the sprint med here today. How did you feel? And you were kind of bouncing between events, so you were kind of getting ready for the high jump before you had to go run.
Yeah, or I was bouncing between high jump, but I knew that I had to run the 200 before I could go to high jump and worry about that. So I was just all my focus was on 200 meter and the sprint med.
How did you feel like you ran that 200 today? Good start for you after the handoff?
Yeah, it was a good start, but I could have went even better because, like Will said, our handoff wasn't the best, but it could have been better.
Did you guys get a chance to work on those handoffs months? I mean, his first meet, so it's not like he's at practice with you every day.
Yeah, when we got here, we worked on handoffs 3 times, so that was basically our time to work on it.
Did you feel like the one in the race was the best of the handoffs, or was one of the practice ones maybe a little better?
One of the practice ones was better, but I can't complain about the one that was in the race.
200 for you, taller guy, able to stride out on that. How much do you like running that too?
I'd like twos, but I'd rather run a 1 because I can get out more, but I get tired in twos.
First 100, I'm assuming then better for you than the second 100?
Yeah, because the second 100 I was kind of dead, handing off into Zach.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to let you get rested up. I know you got the shuttle coming up. Appreciate you joining us. Congrats again on that high jump championship.
Yep, thanks.
Let's move over now to Zach Shimmer, who gets the pleasure of running the 400 out of that sprint medley. Yeah, how do you like those 400s?
I'm not gonna lie, I really don't like them. That's not my race. I'm a little bit longer, so I can kind of stride out, but that's just a tough race to run. It doesn't matter how.
How do you try to strategize it? What do you try to do in it?
I always try to fire out strong and get out as far as I can, and then kind of stride out that next 100 to 200. But when you have somebody like Michael Potabom ahead of you, it's really hard to kind of keep up and keep that pace.
Did you push yourself a little bit too much today trying to keep up with him?
Yeah, I think that first 200, I think I just really tried to stay with him as much as I could. So then that last 200, I just really started to tighten up in like that last 150. And then, I mean, you saw the results.
How did you fight through that?
Probably I didn't fight through as well as I wanted to. You know, I definitely feel like I wish I would have finished a little bit better because I think I had a really strong 200, but my last 200 was kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I kept kind of on pace with my split from last time. So, I mean, I'll take the consistency, but I definitely want to improve on it.
Well, it sounds to me like you've learned a little bit as well, and maybe be able to adjust that next 400 you got to run.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully Will can take that 400 if he keeps running in those pastures. You think that would get up to about 400. So hopefully he can take that from me, and I can go back to the 100s. Those are a little bit more fun to run.
There you go. I tell you what, great job out here today. Appreciate you joining us.
All right, thank you.